Hey everybody, this is Diane. This is my Capstone 526 video. It captures just some of the adventures that I've had through the eyes of the trout. In my 511 class, we created what's called a live binder as opposed to non-living. That binder is intended to house all of our digital accomplishments throughout our master's program. It's actually pretty cool. Now in the 512 signature assignment, we had to create a web quest, which requires the student to utilize different websites, answer questions along the way. I created student teams. They had to collaborate with one another on which endangered animal they were going to save and answer the ugly question, why? Now in 514, video in the classroom with Mr. Temple, need I say more? I knew nothing going into this class about video making, and I came out with such a wealth of knowledge. All right, boys and girls, now I need to tell you a little story. Last year's Thanksgiving dinner was quite a grand event at my house. My. Aunt Penny. I learned there's 9 basic framing shots. I learned how to use green screens, special effects. I even created a character called Mrs. Doubt, who I'm sure will visit my classroom on a regular basis. For me, using video in the classroom, especially the special ed classroom, is the next best thing since sliced bread. The kids absolutely love it. Uncle Earl, he'll probably never come to Thanksgiving at our house again, or maybe never sit next to Aunt Penny again. Now, in keeping with the knowledge that I learned in Mr. Temple's video class, I was able to transfer that to my student teaching assignment and created a Puppet Pals video to teach the kids about different landforms. And we added music and everything to it, and the kids just absolutely love it and respond to it. And that's what it's all about. They're learning.
Kids need care that they can call fantastic. So come along and see for yourself why Kidtastic is the place to be.
Now in the 515 class, Evolving Educational Technologies, my biggest takeaway from this class was the flipped classroom concept. Man, I just absolutely fell in love with it. I can totally see my kids and parents getting behind this concept. I mean, it's a way to bring all of us together. Can you imagine, just imagine, students watching at home with their family a virtual video about, say, going to the dentist like this one you're seeing. In the morning, bottom line is my lesson plans are more in depth because of this class. It's important that we consider everyone's learning style, whether they're a naturalist, or intrapersonal, whether they're a kinesthetic learner, whether visual or spatial. It really makes no difference how we label it. The key is the more differences we have in our lesson plan, the more kids we're going to reach and the better they're going to learn. And that's the bottom line. Now in the capstone class 526, I could see the importance of this class. Not only does it brought me full circle. It reminded me of the numerous technologies that I had been exposed to that I may have forgotten about a little bit, like the QR codes, the web quests, and how I might be able to use them in my classroom. The key takeaway is I will be a better teacher if I use the many technologies that I've learned in the digital teaching and learning program at APU. And for that, I thank you. Term goals are short term. I want to get a couple years of teaching in the mod to severe environment under my belt. Then hopefully move into the university level of teaching, as an adjunct professor. And then long-term goal is I hope that you will see me riding off into the Hawaiian sunset. If you listen to this music and watch the water, you can understand why.